from one destination of YouTube. We're back with another video. Today we're doing something special. Today we're doing my top 5 episodes of Tales from the Crypt. A really good horror, sometimes it has comedy in it, anthology series, basically morality tales, if you will. It's something I watched constantly as a kid, but I decided to actually do a video on it, on my top 5 favorite episodes. Maybe I'll do another one like this with some shows. I'm not gonna review the whole thing as a whole. I'm just gonna give up my top 5 episodes. So without further ado, and I'm gonna give you reasons why it's my favorite. Basically, the rundown. I'm not gonna review the whole show. Okay, and this is gonna be off the top of my head. So far, I'm just reading the list. Okay. First, it's not in no particular order, by the way. Episode 1, the first one on the list is Top Billing. It stars John Lovitz and Bruce Boxelenter. I don't know, something. That'll be in the thumbnail. Sorry about that. But anyway, it's basically John Lovitz playing a actor who wants a role after missing out on the role from somebody else. So he basically gets a call. I don't remember exactly because I'm doing this right from memory. And it's a date to a place. It's a building. There's this other guy that he's that he doesn't like because he keeps getting his roles. So John Lovett's manager basically gives him that, and the dude asks about it, and he pretty much tells him to screw off. It's my role. And the dude takes the letter, by the way, and reads it, and says no one would ever do a interview there or acting. I forgot what it's called, an acting class there. At first you don't know what's going on, but later on in the episode you find out that it's pretty much a insane asylum. That's the twist of the episode. But somewhere in between, it's crazy that none of them figure out exactly where, how, or why it's in this place that no one seems to go into, and that you can have to get into a back alley to get it. The one dude in the thing finds out about it, and John Lovett, before he can tell him, John Lovett strangled him. At the end of the episode, John Lovett's character does get his comeuppance because later he finds out that he's playing a character called Othello, a dead character from the Shakespeare play. I don't remember what name. At the end of the episode, every insane asylum person is in there too. They're acting really weird, and it's crazy that no one figures out exactly who they are or where they're from, who they are. Now, the police don't check this place out because there are John Lovitz finds out that a lot of people are dead in there. So anyway, he gets killed at the end of the episode, and his head chopped off and basically hollowed out because he's being the Othello's skull. And then outside the police come in, it's panned down to the ground, and you see the skin of his head at the in a garbage thing outside on the floor that none of the cops seem to notice when they enter the room. So yeah, all in all, good episode. If you don't know who John Lovitz is, he's in everything from The Wedding Singer. Voices a character in 8 Crazy Nights. But anyway, I'm gonna keep these short. Hold up. Okay, the next episode up is Corman's Calamity. It features Harry Anderson of Night Court fame, R.I.P. He was one of the best characters in that. One of the funniest. His scenes in Night Court made me laugh, but that's the one I talk about. He plays a cartoon artist who draws cartoons, and they come to life, and they basically kill people. One dude gets his head ripped off. One dude gets, I think, I'm probably misremembering. I'm probably wrong. pulled into the dryer. I'm doing this all from memory. So anyway, he meets this cop, and you can see that his girlfriend is pretty much paranoid about him sleeping around with other people. So she tries to kill him. He draws a monster, and the monster pretty much, him and the police officer pretty much go on a date while the monster kills his girlfriend. That's pretty much a happy ending. If you saw how she treated this guy, you would be like, yeah, I'm 100% on his side this one time. He doesn't believe that he can do it, by the way. So yeah, that's 2. It's season 2, episode 13. It's a pretty good episode. Pretty all the episodes are gory as hell. But yeah, I'm not gonna do a whole review of it. Okay, let's see. Season 3, season 1. List number on the list is number 2. Is number 3. I'm sorry. I know I'm stuttering a lot. I'm doing this from memory. Episode 1, Dig That Cat, He's Real. It stars Joe or John. It's most likely Joe. I'm sorry, I can't remember his name. Pantaleone. He's in a lot of things, a lot of comedies and sometimes serious movies. But anyway, he plays a bum that pretty much gets a chance to die 9 times. Yeah, that episode was also actually pretty good from a scientist. I know I'm skipping around a lot. Later on in the episode, he kills said scientist, and by the end of the episode, let's do some lead up. He performs at a circus, makes money. His girlfriend literally stabs him in the back. By the way, someone he meets while filming there. He gets shot in the heart, and then by the end of the episode, he pretty much is buried alive. Yeah, this dude gets like gets his head big pretty much, and just starts screwing over people left and right. The circus dude, the ring top leader, he screws out of a lot of money. So anyway, the last trick of the evening is he gets buried alive later in the episode, and then when he's buried alive, he realizes that that he was shot one time and the cat died pretty much while he's buried alive, and he pretty much wasted all of his life. And then he died, and then he's buried alive, and you don't see him die, but it's pretty much confirmed by the Crypt Keeper. Well, I'll get to the Crypt Keeper. The Crypt Keeper has puns, by the way, and they're pretty terrible, worse than mine. But hey, that's the sense of humor I grew up with. So anyway, that's another good episode, episode 3. Well, on the list 3 for number 3. Sorry, I'm gonna get better at these. I'm doing this off the top of my head. So anyway, that's another good episode. Okay, give me a minute. Let's see what else. 3. I mean, number 4, season 1, episode 2, and all through the house. Well, basically, in this episode, a woman kills her husband. Hears on the radio that there is a killer going around dressed as Santa Claus. You see that in the background. She kills her husband with her daughter in the house. She has a daughter with her husband. I don't know what the end game of this episode was. But anyway, later on, the Santa breaks into the house. Pretty much, he pretty much tries to hide the body while trying to kill the Santa. Played by Larry Drake, by the way, of Darkman fame. And Dr. Giggles, another movie that I'll probably end up talking about eventually. Okay. Oh, anyway, the Santa is pretty much trying to get through the door, right? Get into the building. The little girl sees the Santa, let the Santa Claus in. And then the mother, the little girl pretty much says, "Hey, mommy, Santa is real." And then you see the wife who killed her husband screaming, and then that's the end of the episode. Don't worry about the little girl because the crypt keeper pretty much said that Santa only goes after adult women and doesn't actually kill children, which I suppose that's like a Krampus type of deal. But anyway, another good episode. I enjoyed it. I know the first episode I talked about in great length that I was talking about. But anyway, yeah, it was a pretty good episode. The mother got her comeuppance. The child was safe. A lot of these before we're gonna get to do some fluff before the some characters in. Nah, we'll get to that later. So anyway, the final episode I'm gonna talk about is part five. Is number 5 is season 2, episode 8 for crying out loud. It features Katie Seagal, musician Iggy Pop, and I forget his name. He's that dude from Seinfeld. You know, the one where Jerry pretty much smashes his hands in the car and then locks them in the trunk. This episode is pretty much a slapstick episode. Pretty much that dude that from Seinfeld is pretty much a owns like a nightclub or a record producer. I forgot which one of those two. He steals a boatload of money, but later on in the episode, he starts hearing a voice in his head, and the voice is, I think, Iggy Pop. But yeah, he pretty much is his conscious. The dude refuses to listen to his conscience. He pretty much kills Katie Seagal's character and stuffs her in a trunk. Man, okay, let me get a little bit weird. Katie Seagal looks exactly the same that episode that came out decades later. Literally nothing has changed about her. But early in the episode, he pretty much gets executed. And the scene leading up to the execution is pretty goofy. But yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I really enjoyed the show. Maybe I'll probably redo this video. This episode of Tales from the Crypt was less gory than pretty much what's coming up later in the series show. But anyway, the show is actually pretty decent. Has 7 seasons, went on for a while. Yeah, the gore effects, the Crypt Keeper and his puns are actually really funny. The Crypt Keeper is played by John Cassier. He played Deadpool. He's in a lot of Marvel games and games in general. He played Deadpool in what's that game called? X-Men Legends 2. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Sorry, this was a stuttering mess. Not really much to talk about in an episode. It's a lot of fluff of that dude from Seinfeld trying to hide a body, and then later he snitches himself out by accident and gets caught by the police, and that leads to the execution scene. But anyway, these episodes are pretty good. They're one of my favorites and the episodes that I remember most in the series, including the first one. The first one was actually pretty good. Was my favorite episode so far in the series. I don't know if I'll do another video. I'll try and get my thoughts together for the next video and not stutter as much. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is Jordan Immortalmisfit. I will see you guys next time. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Whatever time of day it is for y'all. I'm out. Oh yeah, and I'm just doing this off the top of my head. I forgot to tell you. I'm out. Peace.